Pricing to wholesale.
829, 98.7 WFGR. It's Andy and Dave on a Friday. I don't see a cloud in the sky out there. I'll take what you got. Nice forecast today, anyway. Things are starting to cool off, and there is some snow in the forecast over the next few days, but we'll worry about that later on because we got pressing issues to talk about.
That's right.
If they're going to write magazine articles about us, we're getting them in here to the studio.
We're going to talk about the magazine.
Recoil Magazine. Now, I want to go back before we start in on the magazine and tell you a little bit about the publisher. Name's Cliff Frantz, and if you were a fan of the bar scene back in the late 80s, early 90s, maybe into the mid-90s, you knew this guy.
Right.
I was in a bar 300 nights a week.
Yeah, weren't we all?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was in Playgrind. Remember those guys?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. They were my favorite bar band to go see. They had great originals. They had great cover songs. They do you guys, I mean, when Eris did the hometown music search, you guys like made the finals.
Yeah, Eris is always a big supporter of him. I saw him last night at Steve Vai, actually.
Did you?
Really?
Yeah, he when I was first learning how to play guitar, I went to Steve Vai last night. It was really exciting for me.
Yeah, Intersection.
And he was like my hero growing up. I saw him in the movie Crossroads. I was like, I want to be that guy. And I used to practice it in my bedroom and stuff like that. But,
well, you did great. I mean, you went on to a great career in Playgrind, and you've segued over into the magazine world now.
I ended up being a better writer than a musician. You be in a band too long, it's like being married to 4 or 5 other people. A hotel room with 8 guys, being on the road for 1,200 gigs, sponsored by Jägermeister. Something's got to give. Something's got to give.
And Cliff, much like me, found out his liver was about to give. So he's on the bandwagon too. Everybody's sober now.
To the hospital last year.
I'll drink for both of you.
8 days,
Of course you
15 days in the ICU. And
man.
I almost drank myself to death, but I got a second chance and did about a year of self-rehab.
It feels good, doesn't it?
I've learned that sobriety is a skill that I can teach myself and get better at and practice, and I've almost got it perfected. I was able to go to that concert last night. It was the first time actually going to see a show. I tried to go see Death Clock a few months back, and I had to run out because I was scared of the alcohol. But now I'm finally capable to be around, and
it's a great feeling.
And I've got Sherri here who did the story on you guys.
Yeah, let's talk. First of all, let's talk about the magazine because the article about us is great, but we're not here to serve ourselves.
Well, I am.
Of course you are. Let's talk about Recoil. How long has this been out?
It was 2001 when my wife and I started it out of our closet. We actually conned my brother into putting up his house for a loan to start the magazine with no idea what we were doing.
Right.
And we just learned as we go, and we picked up good people like Sherri Koch here along the way that have just been really, bringing the magazine together for the whole scene for 12 years now. I spent kind of the last year kind of in decline, but I've got one of the symptoms of drinking is a symptom of a bigger problem, and I found I put some more goals in front of myself. So I set myself to putting together this compilation book. Recoil News Satire You Can Trust, Volume 1. It's available at our website, recoilmag.com. It's on Amazon and soon to be in Barnes & Noble stores.
Look at you, man.
Yesterday.
So you're going like national with this thing.
We're going national. We've got 42,000 Twitter followers, which Twitter works out perfectly for Recoil because it's headliner one-liners that fit right into those 140 characters. So it's a perfect tool for Twitter.
Well, that's awesome. Well, let's give Sherri the mic there for a couple of seconds. Now, Sherri,
hey guys,
we started talking about doing an interview, and we appreciate you writing the article. Get right up good and close to that mic there.
Okay.
What? All right, so you got 2 radio guys, and they want an article written about them because, we want some publicity.
Yes.
It's
about
What did you expect?
We're egocentric maniacs.
What did you expect when you first met us?
Well, I wasn't sure what to expect. I listened to you guys on air, and you're funny, and it's just like, and when I met you in person, it was great. You just play off each other, and you have a great sense of humor, and
everybody thinks it's an act.
Yeah, no, it's not. When
It's
I
just
met
us.
you, yeah, it was the same as listening to you on air. Really, your rapport that you have with each other is great, and I love listening to the station. And I got to meet you guys.
That was a pleasure.
And now here I am.
Yeah, and the article came out great. It's in the November issue of Recoil. You've got
Thank you.
It's Korn on the front,
Korn
right?
on the cover. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I like Korn. They're good guys. How many places can people pick this magazine up?
It's over 550 now. We've just this month ramped up our distribution to include more cities. We're starting to push into statewide starting this next year,
And
2014.
You've been compared to The Onion.
Yeah, the New York Times compared us to The Onion in 2002, and my book getting accepted nationwide into Barnes & Noble is a really
That's huge.
It
Yeah.
took me 12 years to write my first book, but I did it. And
You
it's
did
getting
it.
accepted,
That's
It's a
awesome.
Good feeling of accomplishment.
It should be. That's amazing.
Thank you.
So this thing is, you got 5. You can go to recoilmag.com, and you brought us a couple of stacks here. We'll leave one at the station.
Yep, you can pick these up. You can pick up the magazine, any music venue, CD stores.
Great bathroom reading material.
You're
by
going to
the way.
expand too,
A lot
correct?
of one readers. Yep. We're pushing out to more cities as soon as possible.
Is it a free magazine?
It is
Yeah.
free.
Oh.
It
Spons-
says right there. It says
sponsored by
free on
ads.
it.
Oh, yep. Sure enough. Well, Cliff, I'll tell you what, this Recoil magazine looks really great. I'm going to look into it. Your book, congratulations on that.
Thanks, Andy.
And I got to be honest with you, just to see you again,
Oh, no kidding.
it feels good.
See you with new eyes, man.
Isn't it something?
I think it's so funny. We used to hang out in the studio, Friday night out of control.
Saturday night out of control.
Saturday night out of control.
Yep.
Andy, come here.
Come on down, man.
Bring some beers. We'll come up to the studio. And now here we are 15 years later, meeting in the morning to do almost the same thing without alcohol.
Is this the? Can you remember the last time you guys saw each other
Yeah.
sober?
Yeah.
I don't know
not
about sober,
but
See,
it
there
was
you go.
at Andy's wedding. It was actually my first date with my wife.
yeah.
Soon
They
to
came
be
to
wife.
Really?
the Playground Boys came to my first wedding, and I was going to say that's the first time. That's the last time I remember seeing Cliff.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god.
In fact, that picture's still floating around.
Yep, I've got it.
Do you?
Yeah, I'll post it. I'll post it.
Cliff Frantz, thanks so much for coming in, man. It's
also,
good to see you.
Thanks. I wanted to say I write a lot about my alcoholism control on my Facebook page, Cliff Frantz.
Okay.
People that are interested, a lot of people. I have since I'm a writer by trade, I've got a good understanding and perspective of alcoholism now, and I'm trying to get the word out to as many people as I can about what I've learned.
That's what you do. I do the same thing.
Right on.
Yeah, I do. Sherri, thanks so much for a great
Thank
article
you.
on us. We're flattered.
You're
We're
welcome.
honored that you took the time to sit down and talk. And
Yeah,
It
that's
turned
what
out good.
I love about my job is I can meet a lot of different people. It's such a perk, and I end up making new friends all the time and doing new things. So
well, great.
yeah, it's great.
All right, Recoil Magazine. It's out everywhere, 550 locations. You can also go online and visit recoilmag.com for all the great stuff. Cliff, Sherri, thanks, guys. Good luck on everything in the future. It's great to see you again, brother.
Thanks a lot, Andy.
All right, there goes
Dave.
Cliff Frantz and Sherri Coke.